moving on, because this isn't a topic that I had up here, but I totally forgot to add it. So we all seen the Crackdown footage, the footage from E3, and then the footage
Uh,
from Comic Con,
yep.
and that crap does not look good. All right, so unfortunately, I guess we were having a little bit of technical difficulties with Google Hangouts. This thing is trash. But we were going to move on to the next topic, which is basically Crackdown 3 and our impressions of what we have seen at E3 and then also Comic Con. Now the Comic Con footage, the footage that they put out showing the
Yep.
Terry Crews model, that looked horrible. That
Yeah.
looked like it was from like the PS2 era. They had the nerve to show basically the rendering and everything in the video, and it just looked horrible. Now I know you told me that they released some more gameplay that I didn't get to see, but I've been hearing a lot of people talk about. And from what I heard, like the whole entire single player just looks horrible.
Oh God, it does. It does. It does. It does. It does. It's ain't Crackdown no more. This ain't Crackdown no more. It's like I kept looking at the gameplay and all I could think was they canceled Scalebound for this. They canceled Scalebound for this.
Right,
So I'm like,
right.
this
It was just
is
like, well, go ahead, go ahead.
this is like completely unacceptable. We got to cancel Scalebound for this PS2 tier nonsense. It doesn't even look like Crackdown. Crackdown 1 looks better than this shit. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
mean, the graphics, like when the game was first announced and everything, I could have sworn the graphics weren't like cell shaded like that.
They weren't.
I could have sworn the graphics were like way better. And then of course, I guess they failed to mention that the destructibility isn't in the single player; it's only in the multiplayer. And we haven't even seen any more of the multiplayer. Matter of fact, we haven't really technically seen the multiplayer in action. Nobody's been able to get hands on with it, and that is very fishy. It's like you're only allowing the public to see the single player, and you're not allowing them to see any of the destructibility. So that makes me wonder, you know, are they having trouble with the destructibility, with coding it and everything like that? Like, what's going on with that? Because I remember when they revealed that they were talking about the power of the cloud and how that was going to help them to achieve something like this, where you can just blow up entire buildings and stuff. And that was the main selling point of the game. And it's just like if you're not showing that off, and that was supposed to be one of the things that could basically help sell the game and also help sell the Xbox One X. Is just like, okay, well, what else do we have? We have from what I've seen, we have a subpar looking game, and a game that just like the gameplay isn't really well from
All
what
that.
I've heard. From what I heard, yeah, like it's not all that. So I don't know. It's like Phil Spencer talking about, okay, we cancel Scalebound. We cancel Scalebound because it's just not up to quality, and it's not good for gamers. But it's just like, okay, but you're going to let Crackdown 3 see the light of day, basically.
Mm-hmm.
If Phil Spencer knows anything, like man, if he really knows what is good for Xbox, he needs to delay that game. He really needs to delay that game because honestly, I don't think that's gonna help sell Xbox One X's unless the online is exactly as they advertise. And from what I heard, man, because I was hearing even before the Comic Con footage, even before, or this is a little bit after E3, but I was listening to the Gaming Illuminati podcast, and they were saying something like the game is only 3 or 4 hours. There's like a way to beat it within 3 or 4 hours. I don't know how anyone got that knowledge, but I hope that isn't true.
I yeah, all I could say is like Crackdown 1 was better than whatever this nonsense is. Just I it makes me go. This makes me just think they're only showing us what they want us to see, what they want us to see, and then they'll just sell like a half-baked product, like some developers are known to do. Okay, this will never be completely finished. It won't ever be like completely spread out and complete. No, they'll just sell you a half-baked product, and they will do it. I don't have any faith in this anymore. After what I'm seeing, it's like, yeah, all this shell shade and non-destructible environments. Like you took like the one big thing that Crackdown's known for multiplayer, not single player, and this looks garbage regardless. Gotcha.
I mean, I remember when they first revealed it. Well, a little bit after they first revealed it, they were showing like gameplay on people's monitors while they were like working on the game or whatever. And I was like, okay, this looks really good. But then, the years went by and the game got delayed and kept getting delayed. And so people started to worry about it. And it's just like between this game and Phantom Dust, and then, Sunset Overdrive, and also I'll even throw Tomb Raider in there. Like, those are the games that made me want to get an Xbox One. And, like, fast forward years later, Sunset Overdrive is never going to get a sequel. Snowbound got canceled. Phantom Dust got canceled. And look at this game. Because this is going to be my first Crackdown game. And
oh, you poor soul.
Now I can't, because like when Crackdown came out, we didn't have an Xbox. We didn't get an Xbox until I want to say maybe 2008. Like we had our PS2 for the longest, and so the only time we got to play Crackdown, and really I only got to play it for like maybe 2 seconds, maybe just 2 seconds. But I remember watching my friend play it, and I was like, okay, this looks cool. And like I'm seeing this gameplay now, and it's just like, oh my god. Okay, so having more technical difficulty issues. I'm hearing all this feedback in my microphone. I think you can hear that too. I done lost my train of thought, man. I lost my train of thought. I know we were talking about Crackdown. We were talking about Crackdown.
We were talking about how Xbox now does not have anything to match up their freaking roster. Does not even have a fucking roster.
Yeah, like
the game.
The crazy thing is, like, I've told you this before. I can't sleep at night, so what I do is I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I listen for like the last 2 nights. I tried listening to Podcast Unlocked, which is IGN's Xbox podcast, and I lie to you not. Every time I try to listen to it, I'll always end up falling to sleep. And like every time, because in every episode of the podcast, they go through all the games that are coming out on the Xbox, on the Xbox platform, and every week they're like, what can we buy? What can we buy at retail? And then they just say nothing. Every week is nothing that you can buy at retail for Xbox, especially when it comes to first party games, and that is sad. Even the Switch. I mean, my God, even the Switch gets games every now and again. I mean, yeah. I mean, Microsoft is getting third party games, which is very important. But I mean, as far as the first party goes, it's like, why do I own this system?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's just very disappointing that Crackdown is looking it's looking very bad. Crackdown is looking very bad, man.
It's looking like a half-baked product, like I said. Like, honestly, with Xbox's roster right now, or I'm sorry, what fucking roster do they have right now? The games that they got us into this camp in the first place, we already have them, and some of them not even coming. Some of them not even getting
some of them are not even getting. Yeah, like you were saying, some of them are not even getting sequels. Like Quantum Break isn't getting a sequel, and I didn't even think I was gonna like that game. I beat that game twice, got everything in it. I got 100% in that.
Yeah.
It's like that can't get a sequel, and Sunset Overdrive can't get a sequel. So it's like, okay, well, what else do you have? I mean, Microsoft has tried to do they've tried to do single player games before, But every time they have tried this generation, it's just like it just fails completely.
Yeah,
And so, well, go ahead.
I mean, dude, my Xbox is on my damn bed. That's how this. My Xbox. I put my Xbox under my damn bed. That's how far off the ladder it's been. Like Sunset Overdrive is one of my favorite games. It goes on my all-time favorites list. And it's like this is not gonna get a sequel. They completely fucked up with Dead Rising. I don't even know where to be. I reread on that. I'm not going there. My point is, they have nothing to their name right now. And Phil Spencer wants to come out here and say, "Oh, Xbox is our highest priority. We got the games. Motherfucker, you got the games back in from the original Xbox, a real Xbox One, as I like to call it, because yeah, that's the only thing you have is the backwards compatibility from 2 generations ago. That's it. You have nothing else." Go ahead.
So like apparently, and I don't mean to cut you off, but apparently, I want to say it was maybe a few weeks after E3. Phil Spencer was basically saying, or maybe this was during E3, but whatever. Phil Spencer was saying that I think they have like 2 or 3 really big games, but they're not going to be done for the next 2 or 3 years. So it's like, okay, so what do y'all have? I mean, obviously they're going to have Halo 6 and Forza every year, but it's like, okay, well, what else other than that? Because I don't give a crap about Halo. I don't care about Gears. I don't care about Forza. So what else do y'all have? I don't care about your Xbox One X because I already have an Xbox, and all I use it for half the time is YouTube. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I haven't played my Xbox in a while. It's just been sitting there collecting dust.
Is it? Exactly.
And like the crazy thing is like most of the games I play for Xbox are third party. You know, they're third party games. They're like, what first party games is someone like me supposed to be playing on the Xbox? So I don't give a crap about your holy trinity about Gears and Forza and Halo. So what else? I mean, what else is there supposed to be? So Crackdown, as far as I'm concerned with Crackdown, because I mean, Crackdown and Scalebound were basically on my most anticipated for the year. So yeah, with those 2 games gone, I don't know what I'm going to be playing during the fall besides Hellblade and Evil Within 2. So yeah, Crackdown, that's not looking too good.
Yeah, it's a little weak right now for the Christmas season, to be honest with you. In comparison to last year, it's like, what happened here? And everything came out earlier this year too. So it's like all the big boys came out at the beginning of the year, and now we're going to the end of the year. It's like, what comes out besides Evil Within 2?
I mean, you know what's crazy, and we're gonna move on from this topic pretty soon. But what's crazy is Crackdown comes out November, and I guess the new Forza game comes out in November. But like, what else do they have to fight against like Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed? You know, those games that usually come out every year, but they sell very well. And then you got Destiny this year. So it's like, okay, well, what are you doing to fight against that? And what's crazy is because you brought up Sunset Overdrive, that game Fortnite, like that seems like a game that should be an Xbox exclusive. I don't know why they didn't you know, pour some money to Epic, because you know that's Epic Games, and they have a relationship with Epic Games. So I don't know why that's not an exclusive. I mean, when I saw the gameplay for Fortnite, I think they released that trailer during E3 week or whatever. But I said, yo, this looks exactly like Sunset Overdrive. It's Sunset Overdrive with like more tower defense. It's just like, okay, well, why do you guys? Because you didn't get Sunset Overdrive. You know, I mean, you can't get a Sunset Overdrive 2. So why not, you know, do the next best thing and get Fortnite as an exclusive? There's no reason why this game should be on a Sony console. It don't make any sense.
It's just, God, man. They have nothing. I'm sorry, man. Like, it's gotten that bad.
And it's crazy. Like, this is one of the first generations. I'm just like, come on, Xbox. You know, let's.
Yeah, let's
do something. let's win this console war or whatever.
Yeah, let's hang out. Xbox. Let's go.
Like, this is the first generation. I'm just like, okay, Xbox, because they started off strong. They really did start off strong, despite what anybody said. They had the best launch lineup out of the three, and they're just like, now look at them. I mean, they had promising games in the pipeline, and like as soon as Don Matrick got out, and then Phil Spencer got in, everybody got the things were gonna turn around, and then Phil Spencer starts canceling games, and it's just like, okay, so what else do we have?
And what's worse is, like, I know you've been waving the Xbox flag and just wishing and hoping something will happen, dude. I've tapped out. I tapped out. Why do you think it's under my damn bed? It's under my damn bed for a reason. But that's not the point. My point is, it's like, people were cheering for the real Xbox One getting the real Xbox One's games being playable on the One. That's what they pop for. It's like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my god!
I'm like, you guys literally pop for that, but nothing else. Nothing else. Go ahead.
I mean, these niggas were going crazy. These niggas were going crazy over original Xbox compatibility at E3. People were standing up, clapping, cheering. I heard one dude yelling, "I love you, Phil." I was like, really? Over this bull crap? I mean, it's not like we talking about the PS2 games. It's like, I can't even remember an original Xbox game outside of Halo. It's like, what else do y'all want to play? Like, and the crap is gonna look bad. Like, I haven't even played. Like, I downloaded Phantom Dust, but I haven't even played it yet because the crap looks ugly. I wanted to reboot. Instead, I get an Xbox, original Xbox game. And it's like, okay, y'all cheering for that. And at E3 they had those shirts on, right? Those shirts on saying the eyewitness, the most powerful console, and it's a monster, it's a beast of a console. I was like, okay, y'all got all these shirts on and everything. Like, listen, I said this in my video about the Xbox Microsoft conference. I was like, they did good this year. Like, people were hating on them. They did good as far as the conference goes. But as far as bringing like first party exclusives to the console,
bringing the heat, yeah.
Like, they just didn't do anything there. They're not doing anything. It doesn't seem like they care at this point.
Well, the loudest pop you're ever gonna get in a conference is for your old fucking games. You have a problem.
Like, that's just sad.
No one cared. No one gave a shit about the Forza car because it's an Xbox conference. You gotta have a Forza car. We gotta have the Forza car. We just gotta.
And then they kept mispronouncing the name of the car. That was bugging me. That was bugging me the whole time. They kept saying Porsche. It's Porsche. You say it's Porsche. It's Porsche.
It's just.
I'm like, am I the only one that noticed they're saying it wrong? And the thing that was bugging me was, okay, when the first time the dude said Porsche, I was like, okay, somebody's gonna correct him. The two girls behind him had to say it right, and they were saying Porsche. I'm like, how can y'all be this stupid? I mean, I know it's a small little detail. Or whatever.
It's a small gripe, but
small
still.
little gripe, but still. Okay, so we'll move on from Crackdown and the Xbox.
I would say this last thing. They need to get their shit together because, like, really, Christmas season does not look promising, like, at all. Especially, like, I'm talking about for all sides. Like, only thing worth a damn, I can't believe I'm saying this, but is Super Mario
Odyssey.
It's fucking Mario Odyssey.
I don't believe that at all.
It's like,
I don't believe that at all.
Well,
people keep saying that. People are hyping this game up. Nothing will be better. They don't understand. Nothing will be better than Mario Galaxy. Nothing that they produce that has the Mario name on it will ever be better than Mario Galaxy. I don't know why people are getting so hyped over that Mario Odyssey game.
Hey, man.
Like, they're really getting hyped over the fact that you can possess people and possess stuff. I said, go play Dishonored. They've done that before. It's been done in games before. But that's another discussion, man. That's another discussion.
Don't get heated, dude. Don't.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
I know.
As far as this this holiday season, because you do bring up a good point. It's like, what else is there? When it comes to exclusives, it's like nobody has anything.
Everything's releasing for 2018. It's like, okay, Dad of War, Spider-Man, and
Dad of War.
I knew I'd get you. Because everyone I've talked to is like, oh, you mean Dad of War? I'm like, what the fuck? Really? This is because of the Last of Us? Because of the Last of Us comparison, that's what we're calling it now? It's like, oh, okay. Everyone.
I mean, I've heard people say that it's too much like The Last of Us.
Everyone I talk to, it's like, oh, you mean Dad of War, man? Like, really?
The God of Us?
That too.